Right, before we start, mate, let me tell you about my day. Because I had 3 flats to finish today. I had Danny Boy with me. I got to put the screen time out as well, because we want to have a little bit, so let's have some structure. Yeah, so I had Danny with me. We had to finish 3 flats. Door, bit of work in the cupboard. I had to sort a bit out on a roof. There was a little leak. And then a bit of painting. Speak of painting, you go sleep. Bab. You've nodded off.
Oh, mate.
It was a boring day for me as well. Right. As soon as I talked about painting as well, I'm surprised at. Right, so we leave that there. We've got a bit of structure now. I hope everyone can't see it, because that's all our messages to each other.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Sorry, mate.
It's comfy.
There you go. Should we get into the pod then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some coffee in here. Right. Welcome back to the Grassroots podcast with myself, PJ, my dozy co-host, Winnie.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's been a long day, I think, hasn't it?
Look at this, though.
What do you think? Got the chaise longue that I thought it was not a chaise longue.
No.
It was part of a sofa. So I found the other part of the sofa in the storage unit. Thank you, now storage.
Lovely, though, isn't it?
It's decent, isn't it? We've had to just make it work a little bit, but this is sweet. This is us now.
It's really nice.
And for everybody that comes to Colford Club, no shoes allowed. We're still calling it chaise longue, isn't it?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we'll stick with that.
This is where we'll do some counselling from, Jane. The discounted rate. and I think where we're going to do the pod from now on.
Yeah, we're gonna get a few bits up, I reckon.
Yeah, get a bit of a board across there with some bits on it now. And we've had to move the fire extinguishers. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Still by the door.
Yeah, it will be. It will be safe and to regs. Promise.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Winnie needs his coffee. So do I. It's been a long day, as now everybody knows. So we'll get into it, shall we, Pop?
Yeah, let's have a go, mate.
Oh, I should have put it on silent.
Every week.
Can't help it, mate. I'm popular, aren't I? Wasn't even a message. So let's talk about my game.
Who did you get on?
Well, we didn't lose because we didn't play. We did say in the last pod we thought a few of them might get called off, and
It was so bad, wasn't it?
yeah. Well, we're still dealing with the devastation of it now. Like everywhere is. We'll go into it, I think, in a minute. But yours was called off
Early,
wasn't it?
yeah.
And actually, you got the same email as my PA had my email. Cheers, Nick. About the Severn Valley League said that it may be a fairly serious welfare issue because it wasn't just the games themselves; it's travelling to them, wasn't it? Like there's still trees down all along.
Oh, it's really bad, wasn't it? For us in Lydney as well. I mean, I've never seen a town like that.
No, never. My mum lived in Lydney for years, and she had seen it come up, but it's never gone up to the shop.
I've never known the town.
No.
Like that. Obviously,
not in our life. I don't think it's flooded in our lifetime like that. It hasn't, in fact. Mad,
but so bad, so bad. And
yeah,
was it like a month's rain or something?
Month's rain in less than a day, and then we had more rain after. Like it was unreal.
Just fingers crossed it's okay for this week, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, for ourselves, we're looking all right. We got a nice week of weather. It's dry, it's cold, but on the days it's dry, it's cold. On the days it's warm, it's wet.
It's just mad, isn't it? Because 2 days before we had the rain, we're having -3, frost.
We still had snow.
We had snow.
Yeah.
And then within 48 hours, like I said, I haven't seen rain like that. That was so bad.
No. I'm sorry I keep itching, but it is because of my tash. Which...
We ain't got long left.
We haven't got long left, and neither of Bradford's with their Movember campaign. What are they on at the moment? 670 quid?
Yeah, let's try and get them up to 1,000.
That's the Ross branch. Bradford's as a company in total so far have raised over £14,000.
That's impressive.
It's massive.
That's massive.
It's absolutely huge. It shows the reach that they have as a company, and it shows. I know that some people that listen to the pod have already donated to it, And as we said in our competition, there's, you get 5 entries into that competition. I know not everyone wants a wheelbarrow and some paint and stuff, but I know a lot of clubs need it. So,
Right, it might get, the fork and all might come in handy.
don't know about Ross.
I feel for them clubs.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to be regular now, doesn't it?
Me and you were only talking about it the other day. It used to be, I swear, like every 5 years or something like that, you'd have fairly severe flooding. I know Lidbrook always had it got quite bad with the wide, but only really down by the Forge Hammer. But we've seen it now.
It's coming up further and further.
Yeah, mate, we need Attenborough on the pod, don't we? Just to talk about, because global warming is quite clearly a thing. Because now we are seeing it every single year a few times, and it's lethal. But I've never seen devastation in the Forest of Dean like I have this.
No. But I'll tell you what I will say is, like, through social media and stuff, people have been so good with each other.
Yeah.
So generous. And it's nice to see that everyone comes together through the tragic times. And, there was people out there scooping out the shop. Like, the shop's got, wow, some of the floors are just floating around. Do you know what I mean?
You said Toulouse Dance?
Yeah, Dance got, like, all the way through. And it's devastating, isn't it? And, like, somebody owns a business themselves, how long before you can get back up? Do you know what I mean? It's a massive knock-on effect, isn't it?
That's something we talked about, isn't it? Because in Lydney, you've got there's a big Greggs there. It's the only Greggs that I think you can eat in. Yeah. Because you always get that thing in Greggs, don't you, where it's like, take away, it's £1.10 for the sausage rolls, eat in, it's £1.70. And like when you're in Ross, you go, where do you eat that in? But yeah, that one in Lydney's big, and Greggs is a massive franchise. It doesn't matter to them, but the small independent businesses in and around it, you feel for them. And I know we're a football podcast, but
it's reality, isn't it? Yeah. Like, it affects everyone, and like Lydney Football Club, Lydney Rugby Club, cricket. I mean, we got to say it, haven't we?
Well, as soon as you said Lydney Football Club, fair play. Like They made a bit of humour out of a really bad situation. But so there was for people that haven't seen it, I imagine most people watching the pod have. Lydney football pitch flooded like massively,
really bad. Yeah,
you'd have been underwater.
Yeah,
it was, but it was above waist height, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and instead of crying about it, a few of the lads donned their kit and actually went out. I mean, I don't know why they had a ball out there, but the keeper's gone out. He's got the ball with him. Full kit,
legend.
W. And they were swimming around in it, and you thought, fair play. It's at least they've had a laugh with it because it is rough, isn't it?
Like I said, I feel for them down there.
Yeah,
rugby club is same.
Well, that's the third time for the rugby club. Is that in a year
or two, maybe? But it's like every time they get sorted, it happens again. But I just don't know what they can do around now.
No, because I mean, from a business point of view, like some of the flats and stuff that we have and shops, we've had to put in flood defences on them. But there's only so much that stops. It will stop water to a point, and we've now put them so that they obviously go to the point that water's never gone to. But this year, for example, Lydney's never had the water that high. Park End, I mean, they did say if they didn't drain, can it? But like Park End flooded really, really bad. We've got friends that had been out in Dubai for a long time. They were going to move out there. They moved back because one of their parents were ill. And they moved back to their house that they have in Park End. Back 2 weeks, flooded, 2 cars writ off. And it's like that's the other thing. Water damage, your insurance is void, isn't it? I don't know what it's like if it's parked on the drive, but it's really, really rough. It is really rough. So we feel for everyone involved. And sorry. If there's anything the pod can do to help, we will.
Yeah, we're trying.
But this is why we've got the competition. Like when he said there's a fork involved, you can vertidrain that garden with that thing.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? And like, how long is it till it goes down? Do you know what I mean? And the after effects of it now, I can't see him playing for a while.
No.
I see Ross has cancelled theirs already this weekend.
Have you seen Ross?
Yeah.
You can't see Ross now. The goalposts are underwater.
That's high.
It's high, mate. It's so high. So I see it from the farm. I can see, like the river's coming up to where we have our skip now. that skip starts floating down the road, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble.
And again, it's like, it's the reality of, I know it's everything as well, but for us on the pod, for Grassroots, it affects massively. Like, them kids never played last week.
Yep.
They're not going to play this week.
No, and you've also got senior sides, they're not playing. It's not just the youth, but Ross has so many youth sides. Girls, exactly. And like we've said, they got
the pan disability as well.
Yeah.
So like, everyone's affected with it. And it's just really sad to see, but unfortunately, is it just going to keep happening?
Yeah, it is. And I don't know, like you say, I don't know what clubs can do. We're very lucky with where we are. Colford is up on a hill.
I mean, if that gets flooded.
If that floods, we're all flooded. Like, Noah's going to have to come along. That's it. Like, if we flood here, like, the world's done. I think we're like 500 meters above sea level here. More than that. Yeah, that's mental. And the college, we're lucky as well with the college where that is. Although it did get a lot of water come down from the banks and stuff and running down the road, college was fine because of where it is. We are one of the lucky few, really. That
we are.
Didn't get affected by it.
We've just got a backlog of pitch marking here. Yeah.
So, like, everyone wants to play at Colford, but good luck seeing the line.
Yes.
No, you can see them. Oh God. But we're not going to get chance to mark them. We're going to have to mark our own pitches just before the game. Simple as that. We haven't got a choice. No. I know we got Rob coming down, so Brockworth are going to come down and help us mark the pitch, I think.
Get here a bit earlier, mate.
Yeah, can we try interviewing him whilst he's going around our line marker?
That'd so be perfect. That would be perfect, actually.
Yeah. I'm keen for that. I don't know if he will be. But yeah, come up Brockworth and do the same for ours. No. But I imagine they got some devastation because it was Gloucester. Gloucester got affected so bad, which is where our game was. So I was due to play Hucklecote Falcons. We got a slight buy in the fact that wasn't on, to be honest, because they're just dominant. They're a fantastic team.
There was a few of us. Dan was there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Supposed to be there, yeah.
Dan was supposed to be there. But the crazy thing is, my Clarets, they played. Yeah. They played at Tuffley, which, I mean, they're not worlds apart.
No, they're not.
Tuffley's game was able to still go ahead. The pitch was fine. The conditions were terrible, but to be fair, the rain was a lot lighter in the morning. So maybe a few could have gone ahead.
Yeah, I'd say probably about 11, 12. That's when it
proper hit. As soon as the game was over.
Yeah.
Dickie said there was no team talk after the game. Everyone just went, like, they just dispersed. They just literally just disappeared. And you feel for like Tuffley. I would have left the goals that one. I've just gone there.
But it was getting back as well, wasn't it?
This is why I think the Severn Valley League, I think it was a sensible decision to just give clubs. It was almost a bit of a buyout, I think.
Yeah, it was.
To just say, look, guys, I think it's very good from them to say, look, we understand that the weather's terrible, and they did say it could become a welfare issue. And
that's the other thing.
I think it was. I think it would have been. Can you imagine if you've got, let's say, for example, so at capacity now I have 11, so we play 7v7. If I've got 4 kids sat on the bench, you can't rotate them like really intermittently, like let's say, for example, every 6 minutes, which would be a way to get all of those kids on equally. So every 6 minutes you rotate them. But that kid that's been playing for 6 minutes, he's not warm.
No, God, no.
Not properly warm. And he's come off, and this one's already cold going on, and he's played in it. And I've got no girls in there, so that's all right. But none of those kids are going to actually get warm, and they might warm up to a point, but then get freezing cold again. That's dangerous in itself.
Yeah, it is.
It's really rough. So dry robe, if you listen,
we got a fair few kids.
Yeah, that's one. Like, I did actually speak to so it was Andy, like his boy used to play for us, and he got club dry robes for all the rugby boys. He said they would take them off to go on, chuck them on the ground, and everybody, by the end of the game, every single dry robe inside and out is covered in mud because rugby pitches get a pounding in itself. They got long studs. They're literally just trampling them into the ground. Kids are vile, aren't they? So,
I don't even want to get mine dirty.
No, I know. Mine is clean as a whistle. Yeah. Although somebody did knock a pint over me not too long ago. and I was the only person that you could have knocked a pint over that wouldn't have got wet. So well done, dry rub. It just ran off me.
Yeah, they're worth having.
They are worth having, but there is realistically having something like that. It's like I say, it's not a good idea for kids, but it is at the same time, isn't it? How do you keep them dry? Apart from those, have you seen the pop-up dugouts you can get?
Yeah.
I was offered one, right? I said no because it's just.
Can you imagine though rocking up there and putting that out?
Oh God, I was just staring at that coffee and I was like, "Don't knock that
No,
over.
it's empty.
Not
mate.
on the chaise long.
It's empty.
Yeah,
You get all coochie, mate. All you need there is a little fire.
We have got the heater on. We did do a test. See if you could hear the heater.
It's cold in here.
It's actually freezing. We've got the heater on full whack. It's so cold. Maybe we should have ordered dry rub still. But
I would have been asleep there.
Well, yeah, you were earlier. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so that's. We could talk about these floods forever because it's been crazy. Even getting to work's a nightmare at the moment. I got what should be a 15-minute drive is 40 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, I had to go the long way.
Yeah, I'm just driving all the way around.
Even the lanes though, the lanes are like where everything's washed out and there's just like rocks and
it's rough.
mud everywhere.
It's rough. It is rough, but
hopefully a positive week though. That's all we can say, innit? Really.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see a few games.
We've had a bit of sunshine today, so fingers crossed stays that way and we can play.
But yeah, the likes of Lydney and all, they won't be playing.
No.
So you say for the foreseeable, really, that pitch is going to be knackered underneath that, especially if they've had a swim. If we did that, right, I'm not being funny, like we'd be killed. Jason's so on it about the pitches. If there's a drop of rain, he goes, "Everybody do a pitch inspection Friday just to make sure."
9 times out of 10, mate, I say, don't worry about that. It's on.
It's absolutely fine. All games are on.
Consequences after, innit?
Well, I was going to play in the snow. I would have reversed the fixture and I would have just gone. I had a plan. I was going to put some boiling water in the line marker and go around. And I thought, it's actually the one, isn't it?
Could be over the mower. With no bag on.
Just snow everywhere. But I would have played on the snow. So, that's how much we want our games to be on. And yeah, it's just one where they couldn't be. But yeah,
out of our hands this week, mate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
We couldn't do a lot about it. But
I tell you what, going back to the Lydney though, can you imagine? Right, because we all know about all the problems you can have on a football pitch. You've all seen when I'm line marking, there's a poo there, right? Can you imagine they've gone swimming in there, somebody's let their dog on the pitch, and you just see it, right? You're like, well, it's not clean water, let's be perfectly honest.
God, no.
All the water that washed out is rough. But can you imagine it? Well, to be fair, there's been some turds on that pitch, isn't there?
Oh, mate, I played on that. I played on there a few times.
Oh God!
It's
comical.
Same
actually.
It's comical.
I've only ever played a final on there though. That's all I've ever played.
No, I played a couple of games on there.
Yeah, I played a few finals myself.
I have.
Yeah,
I haven't won one now.
Oh, I have. Cheers, Beardo. Never living that down, mate. That honestly goes down in history. I've got a newspaper cut out of it somewhere. I've got to find it.
Get on the pod.
Yeah. But speaking of poos, mate, we got to address it, haven't we?
No.
You've listened to Crouchy's pod. So we've always said that we wanted to shout out other Grassroots podcasts and stuff, but the podcast for us, it's always been the Peter Crouch pod. We love it. I absolutely love that podcast. I've been an avid listener for forever.
Since the start.
Since the very beginning. Since day one. Still not had a reply to my email though, boys. So get the admin team on that. Yeah, we're going to keep trying because, mate, that would be the collaboration of collaborations. I'm done then. That's it. Life made. I'll just walk away.
You met him?
I've met him. Yeah, I've met him on I had a pub quiz with him. He gave me a 4 for my robot. Out of 10, take that. I've plenty of 4 out of 10s in my time. But on this week's pod, or last week's, firstly, the score predictions really made me laugh because Sidwell, he nearly said 2-0 to Tottenham, didn't he? He slipped up. And, they went and absolutely smashed City.
Did anyone see that coming?
Nobody saw that coming.
I didn't see that
Nobody saw that. I'm so happy it did.
I could have understood 1 or 2, but I didn't see 4 now.
4-0's a battering. 4-0's an absolute batter at that level. It really is. And that team,
Spurs are such a funny side, aren't they?
Well, they beat us 3, didn't they? 3-0.
They beat all like the higher teams.
But then they went to Ipswich 2 weeks ago. They lost there. But Ipswich are an amazing team, as we all know, because they drew 1-1 United. Actually, they're playing very good football.
I'll tell you what, though, it's real funny. Literally, when that first goal went in for United, after about a minute, I text John and Foxy. I was like, "That's it, mate.
We're back.
We're back."
Yeah. I did.
And I was like, how wrong could I have been?
I couldn't have said, like, I know United way too well. I was like, we just can't expect it. Like, do you not remember when, like, Rio, he was like, give Ollie the job. Ollie's at the wheel.
We're back.
And then we went and lost the next game. So, yeah, it's football's a funny game. United are a funny team to support at the moment. It's a real hard ride. But
I think he just needs time, doesn't he? It's just...
Everyone does, mate.
He's got to adapt to it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to. Like, God, imagine even at grassroots level going to another club right now.
Adapt to the false line.
Like, imagine, how do I implement my system? How do I go in there and I'll get a load of kids to work how I want them to work and to play how I want them to play? And I realise that I lose every game at the moment, but we lose very, very well. And like that's been reinforced by everybody. But it's the kids are playing like almost exactly how I want them to play. They're playing really, really well. But that's taken a year.
Yeah. And
if you go somewhere else, like it's a results game, football is, when you get competitive. But how do you go? Like, let's be honest, our United's full of prima donnas. It is. It's full of people like your kids. Little know-it-alls.
I love them.
I love them. I absolutely love them. But you know what I mean, don't you? It's like that's and trying to get them to play how you want. It just must be the hardest thing on earth, I think.
Nah, grassroots coaching harder.
Grassroots coaching, well, that's what I'm trying to say. Honestly, trying to implement it to a load of other kids would be very difficult. And I can see why coaches just stay at the same team forever. They're like, right. And then they go, oh, they're 16 now. Sweet, I'm off. And then they end up managing the thirds of wherever they're playing just because they want to play a game with their son. But we are not sidestepping the topic. So on Crouch's Pod, they didn't actually cover hardly anything on the Friday Top Pod apart from naked poos. And they wanted people to ring in about people that do naked poos. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any backlash about this, but I honestly don't care, because this man does naked poos. And he does.
The secret's out.
You fully de-robe to have a poo, don't you? Right?
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
And you thought it was normal.
Right, so let's go back, right?
Yeah.
Probably about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When we're sat here with Neil, we're having a general chat before we started podding. And I don't know where it came up.
I brought it up.
It came up in conversation, right? And it came up in conversation, and I said, does anyone else strip off to have a dump? And they was like...
There was only 4 people in the room at the time.
No. And I was like, okay. Why?
Yeah. What did you say? You were like, you're so free.
It's so free. It's so free. But in my defence...
Hang on, do you sleep with pyjamas on?
No.
Because can you imagine naked poo, but then has pyjamas on?
In my defence, 9 times out of 10, when I get home from work, I sit in the office, I get the job done, and then I get straight in the shower. So that's why.
That's why. Have you ever been caught short when you're in the club?
No.
And you... No?
No.
Never, ever?
Never.
Never had too much thatch? And you're like, is that why you drink Guinness all the time?
Yeah.
Solid. But on the continuing the subject,
what's happened?
I know, but we gotta have a laugh, haven't we? It's been a really miserable week because of the weather and all. We had no football, so all we're talking about is poo now.
I personally think I don't see anything wrong with it.
There's nothing really wrong with it, providing you're in your own home.
Yes.
It's like they said. Can you imagine? You open the door. Like you're going into a toilet cubicle, they haven't turned the lock, and you just open the door and you go, oh my God, and their clothes are folded all nicely on them, because he's got OCD as well, so I guarantee your clothes are folded. Oh. But the funny thing is, they also mentioned, I'm not going to say how they described it, but somebody sitting the wrong way on the toilet. Now, we now know of somebody that does that because Neil had a friend that did.
Yeah.
But Neil found it much more normal for his friend to sit facing the cistern. Right?
Me stripping off.
But that only works if you've got the right toilet, doesn't it? Let's be honest. You get a closed couple cistern, you're like, my knees are like, that's awkward, isn't it? But you're not reading a book like that.
But from my house then, I'd be sat staring at the wall.
Yeah, most would. Like 99% of people would.
So I don't.
Maybe he's got like some amazing toilet and he's got like, I don't know, a glass wall behind it.
So what we're asking, is it a thing?
Which is more normal? To sit facing a cistern or to strip off? I do neither.
It's not going there.
It's not going where you want it to go, is it?
No, but I think it's just something I've always done.
Hey, you know, you got to do you, pal. You got to do you. I just find it very funny because sometimes I'll be on the phone to him and he goes, "Sorry, mate, I'm just in the office." I go, "Oh my God, you're naked!"
Well,
you're getting ripped by your kids.
It's where most of the thinking happens.
Yeah. No, it is. I spend a lot of time thinking, it turns out. So there you go.
Yeah. So, well,
that's.
I think it's normal.
Yeah. And with that, it's at the blue screen.
Anyway.
No. So yeah. Please, people texting about that. That'd be good. I say texting. It's not a radio show. Will be one day. But there you go. Well, we have got now to look ahead at the fixtures, but I do want to quickly just say about the Movember thing one more time, because we really want Bradford to do well with this. Mental health's massive for us.
Yeah,
like we can laugh about stuff like this, but not everyone talks about it.
No,
do they? And,
no, they don't. And it is, like you said, it's a massive thing.
Yeah,
men need to talk.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
Well,
and you know, sport is a good way of doing it, isn't it? You know, there's a lot of social in
there is a lot of social in sport, but I do think sport is also. I used it as an out.
Yeah, definitely.
I used it as a way to not talk about stuff. Actually,
yeah, I suppose there's always two sides to it, isn't there?
Yeah, so I think we could do more, perhaps as a podcast, to get people within sport talking. Because I was listening to on the rest is football. They were talking to, is it Antonio from West Ham?
Yeah.
Also, Kieran Amand, if you're listening, pal, he was never signed as a right back. He gets fuming about that. Yeah, fuming. But he recently was going through all sorts, and football was the only way for him to not worry about all those things.
Because, like, I don't know if you've noticed, like, go to the Dele Alli one.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite nice to see that once he had the courage to do it, more people come out then, didn't they? And was able to.
I think that's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just need that one person to be brave enough to do it.
And for what he went through, it is
horrific.
Yeah.
Horrific.
Even to still be playing, do you know what I mean?
That's the other thing. To get to the level that he was, considering everything, I think that's huge. I think it's huge from anybody that's been through any kind of hardship to be able to still knuckle down, to still grind it out with whatever you're doing.
You could easily, like,
you could throw in a towel, couldn't you?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't I don't know much or enough about it to give advice, but if we could, as a podcast, and help, if we can get people to talk, you know, if it saves a life, do you know what I mean? Because that's the reality of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is the reality of it.
Yeah, well, I don't know the full statistics.
I don't like to be doom and gloom, but
no, I don't. We don't want to be doom and gloom at all. It's actually the reason we do the pod, but we get the opportunity to talk to one another all the time. We're both very good at it, and hopefully we can, instead of it being all doom and gloom, have a laugh about some of your problems. That's what we do realistically.
Yeah. And our sense of humor goes sometimes over the top, but
yeah, a little bit. My works do was case in point.
Yeah, we try and see the funny side of things when it could probably go the other way.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way to describe it, isn't it?
And I think you actually need somebody to help with that sometimes, don't you? Like you need like a serious side sometimes, and somebody else to bounce it off of.
Yeah, like I'm lucky for me. I've had some good mates around me times, and
and they're easy to talk to.
They are, yeah.
So get talking, guys, so I can shave off my tash. Because I have decided now to try the Hulk Hogan right at the end of Movember, when I know I don't grow facial hair very quickly. So now I've just got a couple of pubes just down here.
Should we have another couple of weeks?
No.
Let's get some full-on handlebars.
Oh, all right, I'll grow it. I'll see what I can get. I'll just see what I look like with it. And then I might go to a goatee and a full beard. I don't know, because I do very bipolar with it. 1 minute I love it, 1 minute I hate. Like right now, it's doing my nutting. It really is doing my nutting. But then sometimes I look at it and I go, "You're a real man now." Like I had a sleeve the other day, didn't I? And I was like, I feel like a big boy. Got a tattoo, and then I have plenty of other tattoos, but having a sleeve, that's the one, innit? Like women love a sleeve. And then I
don't like a tash.
I don't like a tash. I haven't had a date since I started growing this.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it's
I like I said a million times, I just hate shaving. Like I hate it.
Look at his head, you wouldn't think that.
No, it's growing. No. Growing up.
Are you going to grow it for a year?
Yeah.
What, whole year?
Yeah.
Continuously, not shave, not cut it.
No.
Oh God, Jade is divorcing you. Honestly, like.
Well, what I said to Jade, I said, "We know it's going thin on top." She's like, "Just grow it out and it'll get thicker." I said, "Okay, but let's get to the end of Christmas, and if I've got a massive ball back, I don't want to be the one that's got really long out the back and then nothing on top."
That's gonna be me.
Just go like that. Just get it. Just fold it.
Be like, I'm putting some motor mate on it.
So what I've been doing at work, where I got the fog tape, I've just been going around on people's carpets. Yeah, I'm gonna try it because, like I said, if I tried before, I was gonna grow it, donate it, and it all fell out. So.
My hair's like straw. Somebody called me a Brillo pad the other day, and I don't think that anyone would want it. But it's because I've been using all this because now it looks there's a bit of volume to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been using that caffeine shampoo. I don't know if I should say it because I feel like this is going to be bad for them. But Alpacin killed my hair. I think it was too much caffeine. Oh no! Is it too much caffeine? See, I'm thinking everything. I don't even use mousse in it anymore because I was
really?
Like, oh, yeah.
Well, I found out the reason. Well, I don't know if it is the reason, but something in hay fever tablets causes something to the hair follicles. Is why mine fell out. Because I changed.
Are we having the injection this year then?
Need to do some of that.
Yeah, well, I can't be not taking hay fever.
I cannot go for another summer.
No, we were in a bad way.
Oh,
we were in a real bad way. It's really hard work.
I used to make me laugh. It's like, I used to ring John a few times. He'd be like, all right, he'd be like,
yeah, he can't talk.
He can't talk. He can't. It's what gets me is the fact when I'm talking to a customer or doing something, and I just feel my nose running. And I remember
with a tash.
Yeah. I remember getting to a stage.
Good.
I said, "Look, I'm going to talk to you, but it's going to run," and I am not because my nose was so sore.
Just get some tampons.
I did. I used to get tissue, roll it up, and then it'd be all right. But then after a while, like you think you're going to breathe through your nose and you can't, and then you start. Oh, it's fine. And then you take it out, and it almost just goes. It's minging. I hate. Yeah. So if my hair falls out again, it falls out. But
I'm going to go to the injection then. Maybe I'll stop with hay fever tablets because there's loads of things, isn't there? High testosterone, apparently. Like, yeah, that's definitely a thing for me. We all know that. So, yeah. All right. Hay fever, Movember. Please donate to Bradford's thing. We will keep putting the link out. It's the final week, so let's get a bit more money. Let's just raise what we can, raise awareness, and get people talking. Simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Nice. So we'll look ahead to the weekend's fixture, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Brockworth. We're at home. Winnie's at home as well.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
be on the college, aren't we?
We're gonna commandeer the college. We can get rid of that now because we didn't follow the topic at all.
We never follow anything, do we?
No, there's no point.
We go like that, and then we come back down, and then we go off there.
You could have a tannoy, and we just like go. So, how was it? Yeah, but yeah, we got Brockworth.
We played him before.
I don't know if we've definitely played this side before. Brockworth Badgers, good side. Rob's been, well, remember when I got his name wrong, but he has genuinely been. He's
top bloke.
He's been really helpful for me because this last season was my first ever season. He helped us with games. Like, I think we played him 4 times last season. There was a couple of teams we did that with as well, but he was always one to constantly message, always talking. Although he hasn't replied to my message, he might be slightly miffed that I messaged him at 5:30 this morning. But I was just keen. Is our game still on?
Has he got both sides?
Yeah.
Or does he oversee the both sides?
He oversees both sides, definitely. So, we've played against both of them before. We played against a mix of them. He mixes them up very well. He's really good with equal opportunity. Really good at allowing everyone to get game time. He's just been, he's a breath of fresh air in grassroots football. He really is. Really, really is.
I'd say an unsung hero.
Yeah.
Because he is. Like you said, he's involved a lot. Friend of the pod.
Big friend of the pod, actually. Yeah. We've had a couple of them as well. I must say, Hockcock Falcons, Chris. Fair play, mate. He's been very chatty today. I had a couple of like and subscribes from him.
Nice.
Yeah, good bloke. Good bloke. So no, I'm looking forward to the game. It'll be a nice game for the kids. We're on a very even par. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Oh, nice.
And then for you, friendly as well.
Yeah, we got a friendly. Breeden.
Breeden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
Where is that?
I haven't got a clue.
Just said yes.
I want to say, now I could be completely wrong, it's like Tewkesbury way.
Really?
Yeah, because they're not in, I don't think they're in the Severn Valley.
How did you get that one, Facebook?
So when the fixtures come out in September, I said I had gaps. I put on on the group, and he just replied. He booked this in in September.
When did we book this? Last month. So yeah.
And he was incredible. Like, "Can you host?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then he was like, I gave him the postcode and all that, and he was like, "It's about 55 minutes."
This is the thing. 55 minutes for us is quite normal.
It's quite normal, yeah. But like when you're in Gloucester and stuff like that,
and you're used to a 15-minute.
Yeah, but he was happy to come along. He sort of asked what sort of ability we are, and I would say we're sort of a mid-level playing Europe, and he said they're about the same. He described it as we're not quite on the level of Ross, but we've played some other teams. I can't remember what he said, but they've had close games. So I was like, well, for us, it'd be nice.
That's a nice test, isn't it? It's a benchmark sort of game again, isn't it? So you don't want to play Ross again.
No, but yeah, so it's nice to again play somebody different. I know nothing about them.
Yeah,
I tried searching on the different leagues. I can't seem to find them. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Oh, it would be good.
I got 4-13 again, so that's good.
Brilliant.
Just hope we can play.
And that's the thing. Like the consistency of your squad's been really good, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
Yeah, really good. It's the one thing. This isn't a diss either, actually, guys. I know that kids have other things, don't you, James? Cricket, run it. Like cricket's done now, isn't it? Is it done now? Yeah, cricket's done now, and everywhere's flooded, so you don't need to play anymore.
No.
But the kid runs, he runs all the time. He's so good.
He's a good runner.
Yeah, he's impressive, mind. It's so impressive. Like, he does the park run every week, and it's like a 13-year-old that beats him. That's it. The kid's 9. 4 years younger than the next person out. He is really, he's absolutely smashing it out of the park. So well done, mate. But football first, though, innit? That's park run Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just struggle to get the same lads every single week. It'd be nice to have just the consistency each week.
Yeah.
Get everybody there, and then then you know where you're at. Really,
it helps. It helps as well.
Yeah. Helps the kids. mean, the more they're there, the more confident they
are. Yeah. And like I've said many and many times, I'm quite fortunate that because majority of mine have got football background, they sort of know that you play every week. If you sign up for football, in my eyes, then
for me, it's a money thing, isn't it? You don't. It's the cheapest babysitting you could physically get by a long, long way. A long way. The amount of parents that turn up to training and just go, so
route babysitter.
Route 1 year up. That's the one there.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's nice to play, like I said, play something different.
Yeah.
See where we're at, and then never test.
Yeah, like that.
We could be having a different conversation after, but
it might be another careful what you wish for. No, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll get the coaches on. Yeah,
it'd be nice to have because I find it's sometimes by the time you set up, and then people start arriving, it's really difficult to do it sometimes, isn't it?
It's really difficult.
We almost need somebody there.
What we need is Mass to be a proper assistant coach now. Come and mark the pitches. Do you know what? Right? Oh, let's go into it. He's going to watch this too. So Friday, Mass took training because I got drunk. Okay, so this was the first training session I've missed in 2 years, since last Christmas.
As we just talked about commitment.
Yeah, since the last Christmas do. So I went on my works do, and Mass said he'll take training. He was absolutely fine too. Blah blah blah. Gave him all the kit. Everything's hunky dory. Missed a big time with his 2 cars. Took the wrong car.
Oh no!
He's 15, 20. Well, he's Colford, so from his that's 15 to 20 minutes. He had to whip back round, go and get it. Turned up half hour late. So the kid, luckily, we got 2 teams. So you got the Clarets for training, and the Blues just had to go with them. But so funny. And he had said to me, right, on the Friday before, he was going to all the kids as well. He was like, right, lads, I'm coaching you next week. I'm going to put you through your paces. I got some sort of drills worked out. Poor kids just stood there in the freezing cold waiting for him. Nice one. But yeah, Mass, if you could come by and mark the pitches or set up whilst we mark the pitches, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
That's our weekends, isn't it?
And, that's quite comical, actually.
It was so good.
So the moral of the story is you leave earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do I say that? I'm always late. Never late for games. Never late for training. I'm always there an hour early for training. I'm keen as mustard, and I go and watch the others. But yeah, football's just life, isn't it? It's just life. It's just life, man. It's just the pod.
So yeah, we're looking forward to the weekend. We'll try and do something Saturday if we can, like you said, with the other coaches.
Yeah, we'll do an en route. We'll do an en route. We will announce the winner of the competition. I think by then it'll be time.
Yeah.
Realistically, we're end of the month, then we.
End of the month.
Saturday. End of the month on the Sunday, isn't it? Or no, Sunday's the first.
Yeah. So Sunday, keep an eye on the socials.
Oh yeah.
Keep an eye on the socials.
Massive one. Honestly,
it's been really difficult to keep this one quiet. Yeah. Really difficult. But like we said last week and the week before, this one,
it's massive.
It's massive.
It's massive.
Honestly, it's getting bigger.
Yeah. And it's that big, right, of a competition. It's that good of a prize. We are both entering.
And winning.
Oh, mate, if we did, that would actually be hilarious. I ain't even doing a redraw. I'll be like, yeah, cheers.
Did I ever tell you about that time?
Yeah, you did with the PlayStation.
With the PlayStation. And I done it in front of all the parents to make sure. And it come up, number 29. And I was like, 29. And she went, that's you, innit? And I was like, it's my wedding anniversary. Number 29. And it was a PlayStation. I was like...
It was a PlayStation that he donated to a Christmas raffle. I won.
Sorted out Christmas.
So good, isn't it?
I was like, any other time, I would have chucked it back in. But no way I was chucking that back in.
Christmas raffle, you just don't, yeah.
No. So, yeah, I will be doing the same. But yeah, please stay tuned because, like I said, I can't contain my excitement.
I know we've waffled on this podcast a little bit. We had some subjects. I really just wanted to talk about poo.
Oh, you can imagine now, can you? So like and subscribe. Naked poo. Honestly, it's a well-kept secret for 33 years.
Yeah, but you can tell me and that's it. It's gone. Oh, mate. Yeah, so Crouchy, if you want a story about it, like, there's loads. Absolutely loads. Okay, I think we're going to end it. Big up the Blues for me.
Shut the clarets for me. Up the well.
Bet you're buzzing, have you? Oh, so glad that we got to do it. At no point did you try to help me either. You could have got me. Like,
No.
I gave you 4 stories.
No.
4 stories you could have done.
Listen, my time will come.
I don't mind though. I'm happy to talk about all of mine.
I'm a
Mate.
very confidential person.
Yeah, not anymore, mate. Not anymore. That red tape's been lifted.
Oh,
Everybody knows.
hey, I'm always up for banter.
Do you know this is going to be the most I share a pod ever? I'm going to share it across every single group I've got on Facebook. Like it's going on like Berry Hill Life. Come dump with me.
If we get enough people interested, we do.
What? Come
No, if people back my corner,
back in your corner. I don't think. I know you went into a room of 4, so it's low average. There's no chance people are going to back your corner.
people are back in my corner.
Nobody's back in your corner, pal.
If they choose the reverse one over me,
Reverse one. That's what we've got. Reverse poo. Just reverse poo. Yeah.
kids would know what that means, would they?
Parents do, and they won't know what I was talking about.
It's so funny.
It's good, mate. It's so good. I find poo stories the funniest stories in the world. I do. People are going to be disgusted at the pod this week.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, they're disgusted. Like, why?
We got to think of a good name for this one.
Come dump with me. No, what will we call it? What will we call it?
Shit happens.
That's the one.
I don't know.
We will call it Poos and Ponds. Ponds and Poos.
I can't keep this. I go for a dump.
The grass root poo.
Don't know.
Pod poo. POOcast. POOcast. Had you stopped it then?
Nope.
When I shouted POOcast?
No,
Is it
it's still
on now?
going.
Oh, thank God. That's happening.
Cup is freezing.
Yeah, mate, it's so cold. I'm going to turn that heater off now. Oh, no.